Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Ben Thompson. Welcome to the Treble Health YouTube channel. You are here with two audiologists who care a lot about tinnitus, Dr. Suzanne and myself. I studied at UCSF in San Francisco in the tinnitus management program and started Treble Health, a telehealth company. We focus on the treatment and therapies for tinnitus. We really care about the treatments that work. Today, we're going to ask the question, what happens after 3 months of using tinnitus maskers? How much better is your tinnitus? And how much longer do you need to use the tinnitus maskers in order to fully habituate?
So I'm Dr. Suzanne. I am a Gator alumni, and I have been trained at the Veterans Affairs for tinnitus, and I have tinnitus myself. I'm now currently working with Treble Health, helping all the patients here, along with our other expert audiologists.
3 months of tinnitus maskers. First, we have to say, what are tinnitus maskers? What is tinnitus masking? The most common types of sounds you can use for tinnitus masking would be pink noise, white noise, and natural water sounds. There's many other kinds of sounds out there, and those still could provide a masking effect, but we're going to focus on those most common sound therapy types. Pink noise, white noise, and natural water sounds. The devices that are used that we call tinnitus maskers, we're going to show some images on the screen here. You can see they're small, discrete devices that sit up and behind the ear with a wire going alongside the ear, and then a small rubber piece inside the ear canal. The unique thing here is that tinnitus maskers do not plug the ears, even though there is a piece going inside the ear canals. How that happens, as you can see on the image, is that there are some small holes in the rubber tip, and that allows you to hear your natural world in the same way as you did before. So the ambient noise, ambient sound is coming in the same way. You can hear conversations the exact same way, but on top of that, you have this low and comfortable sound therapy that's providing the sound therapy treatment in your ears. Dr. Suzanne, could you please tell us your story using sound therapy and then bring us to this 3 month point after using the sound therapy for 3 months? What did you experience?
So my tinnitus started when I had a head injury, and it was very obtrusive. I had a lot of sound in my head, and my ears sounded kind of like a jet engine in my head. I had to physically heal from my injuries, and then I started wearing sound therapy on my ear, and I used pink noise and I used ocean waves. Those were some of my favorites. I also liked frogs. And the sound therapy, after 3 months of wearing it, my tinnitus went from, as I describe, being all encompassing, can't escape it, ruling my daily life, went to now having breaks in the tinnitus, little tiny chunks of time where I was noticing it was less, having moments of relief, and feeling a lot more calmer and comfortable about my tinnitus, and knowing that I'm now making progress going through those stages of habituation. And so at that 3 month mark, it was very a good sign that I was actually improving and making progress.
I studied with Dr. Jastreboff and the founder of tinnitus retraining therapy. What he shared is even if you've used tinnitus masking on the ears for 2 months and you're still feeling like, I'm just not sure if this is working. My tinnitus is still really loud. It's still really bothersome. Even though this is hard to accept, the treatment for tinnitus takes time. And if it's been 2 months of using the treatment, but one has not experienced the impact or the reduction that they're seeking, keep going with it, ride it out. Because for some people, it can be 3 months before they even notice a reduction in their tinnitus. And I think that point is so important. Tinnitus is unique in that case. For something else, you would say, look, doctor, I've been using this for 2 months. Nothing? Come on. But for tinnitus, we're here to say, hey, this is the best thing we have. Habituation is your treatment. This is your way out. So follow the protocols, use tinnitus maskers on the ears, and commit to it. Because if you start, stop, and then try to pick it up again later, it's not as effective as if you just started and continued from the beginning. Any comments on that, Dr. Suzanne?
Yeah, I always think of tinnitus as like an injury to the ear, and that injury takes time to heal, and everyone's healing process is going to be different. So it's important to know that if you're at 3 months, 6 months, 24 months in the process, that there is still time for you to put this on, try it out, and like Dr. Ben said, you keep working with it and keep at it so that you got to give your brain time to learn and reevaluate and recategorize and have what we call that neuroplasticity, that ability to learn and figure out what's going on and start that habituation process. So it does take time. So keep working at it.
This is a short break from today's video to announce the Tinnitus Guide by Treble Health. Do you want to learn about the newest tinnitus treatments and management tips? Click the link in the description of this video to get your free copy of the Tinnitus Guide by Treble Health.
On the screen now, we're going to show some research about tinnitus masking, tinnitus retraining therapy, and what happens after 3 months of treatment. Before we get into that, please look below this video. There will be a link where you can sign up to schedule a free tinnitus masker consultation with one of our experts via Zoom video. I'll show some pictures on the screen right now of what that looks like. Essentially, you would sign into a Zoom call from your phone or from your computer, and you would have a detailed conversation with one of our experts for us to understand what is the cause of your tinnitus, what is the best treatment we would recommend, how can tinnitus masking be utilized or better utilized in your case, and are tinnitus maskers, devices on the ears, are those the right recommendation? We want you to get better. These devices help a lot of people get better. So please give yourself the opportunity. Sign up with the link below. On the screen now, you will see a graph that shows tinnitus research that studied the difference between tinnitus masking versus tinnitus retraining therapy, which involves tinnitus masking plus a professional audiologist to be involved for the counseling piece. What we're going to see here is on the left side of the graph, you have the average tinnitus handicap inventory score. This is a way for us to quantify how bad is someone's tinnitus. On the x-axis, you see the months of treatment. How many months into the treatment did the patient reduce their tinnitus impact? That's what we're measuring here. Over time, how much better or not does tinnitus get? You can see we have 3, 6, 12, and 18 months as the intervals to measure the improvement. And then the tinnitus masking only group is in black, and the tinnitus retraining therapy group is in white. At Treble Health, we're familiar with all of the tinnitus treatment protocols: tinnitus retraining therapy, tinnitus masking, cognitive behavioral techniques. They all have their place. Today, we're really focusing on understanding what happens 3 months after starting tinnitus masking or tinnitus retraining. Again, tinnitus retraining therapy is based on tinnitus masking, except the difference here is with tinnitus retraining, you have a more comprehensive education and personalized approach to counseling. That means, how can we replace fears, worries, concerns about tinnitus with facts and a clear roadmap to, hey, I know this road is tough, but this is your future, and this is how you can get ahead and make real progress. Tinnitus retraining therapy focuses on the educational piece of this. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, fortunately, you've had a pretty good education on what is tinnitus and what can you do to improve it. Now, we see here that the tinnitus masking group at month 3, on average, they did show a reduction. Okay. Now, is that a statistically significant reduction? Well, it's not a dramatic improvement. Although on average, with over 100 patients being studied, this trend for both groups is in the positive direction. And we can see the tinnitus retraining therapy group, which had a more personalized audiology-based care approach to it, with an expert in tinnitus leading the way. They noticed further improvements in their tinnitus, and it really became obvious around month 6 that the tinnitus retraining therapy group noticed more and more improvements over time. So the results from this research are that tinnitus treatment takes time, tinnitus masking is evidence-based, tinnitus retraining therapy combines masking with counseling, and that tinnitus retraining therapy was more effective. At month 3, like Dr. Suzanne just said, you start to notice some breaks, some improvements, some relief, and that compounds over time for most of our patients.
Yeah, I would just say that definitely with the tinnitus retraining therapy, just like Dr. Ben said, you are going to see by month 3 a definite improvement in your tinnitus. It's going to be there. It might be small, it might be big, but you're going to start noticing the improvement. And then the more time and the more that we work together, the more tinnitus retraining therapy, the more masking sounds you use, sound therapy, the counseling aspect, the individual treatment that we do at Treble Health is really going to help you improve. And we've helped people, thousands of people with our program.
Mm. Thank you. So for those who are interested, you can find the link below this video to sign up for a free tinnitus masker consultation. Again, we'll put some images up of what the devices actually look like. They are discreet, not visible, comfortable, easy to use. They're rechargeable, state-of-the-art devices that connect through Bluetooth. We wouldn't recommend these and we wouldn't work with these unless they did the job the right way. So we're proud to work with these devices and to introduce them to you. If you're interested, you can find the link below. Otherwise, we'll see you here for more videos on YouTube. Thank you, Suzanne, and thank you everyone who's watching. Take care.
Thank you for watching today's video with Treble Health. Check out our next video by clicking the button on this screen or another recommended video. And if you're not already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks so much. See you on the next video.